Hello, hello, possums. Yes, it is I, the conspicuous moo. And of course, this Endwalker delay is a little bit frustrating when, we all had our things all lined up and we're ready to go and we've ticked all our boxes. And it seems that we have a few extra boxes to tick now while we wait. But, it isn't that long a wait and you always have a bit of space for things to do. So I thought I'd just go over what I've been getting up to while I've not been getting into Endwalker instead. And, maybe that'll just push you in another interesting direction as well. So let's get cracking. Number 1, clearing my retainer bags of all of the obsolete crap that I have accumulated. Yes, this is quite a big one for me. I have at least 250 items that still need to go on my very, very limited list. I only have 2 retainers. I'm not getting any others. But, just the actual business of leveling crafting means that I have an awful lot of stuff left over and an awful lot of stuff I mined too much of or collected too much of or created that I didn't really need. That means that, I do now have another 2-week window to actually start selling all of this stuff off. It's important to, sort of clear your nose, so to speak, before you get into a new expansion of any kind. So, yes, the 2 weeks in that respect are very, very welcome. 2, the blue quests, and all the regular quests as well, come to think of it. Because, you don't actually need all that many blue quests in order to proceed all the way through to the very, very top. And you definitely don't need any of the quests, because the main story quests and a few dungeons alone are more than sufficient to get you to max level. So there's an awful lot that you just scoot right by. So I've been taking this opportunity on alts anyway, or alt jobs, to have a look at those and, from a scholar perspective, just go through all the blue quests and find out which ones will actually be rather useful to be taking into Endwalker. Now, that means that I've been pretty much on a blue quest search, and the vast majority of them are not relevant, but, I'll pick them up anyway because the completionist in me will want me to come back at some point and finish all of these things off anyway. As for the regular quests, well, they're about as a Realm Reborn as you could get at the moment. So go and kill these, go and pick this up, go and collect some fruit over here, please. But, it's actually quite a decent... You get some fairly decent coin out of it and some fairly decent XP as well. So, I'm actually quite enjoying just having a change of pace with a bit of questing. That brings me on to the next one, which is a chance to level other jobs aside from just the Scholar, because I'm a relatively new player. I have Scholar at 80, and by default I have Summoner at 80. But I don't have anything else at max level in it. And as you can see, I've been trying out a few different jobs, particularly tanks. Because I'm having a bit... I would like to bring a tank along with me to Endwalker. It's not realistically going to reach 80 before the launch in 3 weeks anyway, but so I've been trying a bit of Paladin again. I've been trying out Gunbreaker for the first time, which has been a bit revelatory. I mean, I do enjoy a bit of Gunbreaker. Nothing has absolutely gripped me as yet, but that's probably just as well, seeing as I'm a main healer. I haven't tried Dark Knight yet, so, that might be another one that I might just, explore in the next couple of weeks or so. I'm also looking for just a traditional melee as well, and Monk was the one I started with, and I got it up to around about 50, so I've been slapping a few people around with my Monk fists too. But, it's interesting just to have a slightly different rotation than the one that you've been using all the way through to up to 80. Of course, because I have a level 80 Summoner, I haven't done any of the Summoner quests on the other side, so that might actually be something I'll look into, because Summoners are looking very promising come Endwalker. Next one, Triple Triad. Did not see this coming at all. I remember when I first started, and you go to the Golden Source, you sort of mess around, and you do the mini cact pot and stuff. And I was looking at Triple Triad and going, I don't really feel like it's a card game. I'm not going to be any good at those. And I have just become obsessed with collecting all of the cards now. Now that I'm at a loose end and I don't, desperately need all my professions up to 80 or all of that nonsense, I actually, have a little spare time and I have a look around and go, oh, look, Triple Triad, eh? Yeah, you got a couple of cards I can win off you. And it's all the different rules as well. I thought it would just, my simple mind was just going, well, this is just going to be, I have better cards than you, I'm obviously going to win. But, there's all sorts of different rules that are attached to them that I'm still learning. The reverse and plus and order and chaos and roulette and all the rest of them. So I'm having a lot of fun with Triple Triad. And, whenever I'm, going around questing on an alt job at the moment, I'm always looking around the quests just to see if there's a little Triple Triad challenge underneath all of the regular quests. Because, I want all them cards. Got to catch them all. And the final one is, just to have a break and do something else. I mean, I got to admit that, I had to go pretty hard at Final Fantasy XIV in order to get all of my professions up to max, and to get my scholar up to max, and in a comfortable enough position to go into Endwalker. So having an additional couple of weeks just to sit back and do something else for a change has been kind of nice. I've gone full retro recently. I had a few games of MAME. I played Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles for a bit, and I've played Premier Manager 2, which I used to play in the Amiga in 1993. Yes, I am that old. And other games like Elite 2 Frontier, which fabulous game, and a little bit more topical, Dune 2, The Battle for Arrakis, which I think was 1991. It was pre-Command and Conquer, but seeing as Dune is actually out at the moment, I thought that'll be appropriate. And of course I've just been pootling around in Turtle WoW as well with my bear, so I'm just getting a lot of different flavours. I got sacked in Premier Manager 2. I was most outraged. I thought I'd done quite a good job considering the team I was given, but that's another story. But yeah, take this opportunity, because once you get into Endwalker, there's not much chance of you getting out for a while. It's going to be a pretty full-on business, especially with the main story quest being so long, allegedly. So there you go, just a few quick thoughts on, things you might want to be doing while you're waiting around for Endwalker to pop along. Because, if you're like me, if you're a Sprout, you're relatively new, there's a lot of stuff that you really haven't done inside Final Fantasy, so you can have a play around with those. Triple Triad was the one that has turned me upside down. I'm obsessed with that game now. And, but, it doesn't have to be Final Fantasy. Yoshi Beat won't have a problem with it. There's no time metrics or anything like that going on here. So, yeah, go out and explore some alternatives for a change. As for me, I think I might have a game of Need for Speed Most Wanted now. I feel like being a bad person. Anyway, I will be back relatively soon, but until then, I am the Conspicuous Moo, and a very good and wet afternoon to you.